Come on in here, good people. It is time for Capricares conversation with Cornelius and the Yak, the Yolanda and Cornelius show. What are you thinking today? Hey, I know. And at some point I need to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it today. I'll do a whole podcast on it Friday. What happened in Montgomery is trauma filled. Some triggers was set off, and we still have to have some hard conversations about some things. And we don't want to put this in the context of white and black right now, but you can. But let's put it in the context of right and wrong. And like I said, I'm not want to spend time on it today, but I will. Friday, we'll have a special show on that. This week, triggers and traumas. What's going on with your triggers? What's going on with your traumas? Do you know your triggers? Do you know your traumas? I got a little buzz in my headphones, y'all, and I don't like it. I really don't. Triggers and traumas. Oh, some things are touching that's causing that to happen. Good morning out there. Good morning to you. Good morning. Who has come on? Thank you for joining us for Capricares. Know that I care that I know. Triggers and traumas. Let's talk about those triggers and traumas that you and I have. Let's have a marvelous show. Let's do me a favor, like and share. Good morning, Donna Renee. Welcome to Capricares Conversation with Cornelius and the Yak. Put in the chat, Donna, triggers and traumas, and then type your triggers. These are my triggers, Pastor. These are the things that trigger me. Hey, it's that time, y'all. Let's go and just do what we got to do because it's time. Good morning, it's Capricares. Know that I care that I know. This is our daily motivation and inspiration for our mental health ministry here at the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church. It's Capricares. Know that I care that I know. All right. My triggers, my traumas, things happen, how we respond, how we react, how we rethink situations comes from so many things. And we can be put in situations, y'all, that leave us really, 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 really messed up. I'm still trying to figure out and focus on how I sometimes overthink a situation because I've been triggered because of my trauma. My cousin Kayla, I don't know if this is hers, but she said in a TikTok, trauma is the place that's unhealed. That's why we call it trauma, because it's the place in you that's not healed. And all of us at some point need to know that we have to be healed. And healing is a process. I'm not going to lie. Healing is a process. And I'm just in this space. What's up, my guy? Bush 18. That when I think about being healed and what my healing looks like, depending on how deep the scar, the scrape, the wound, the stab is, healing, that's predicated on how, excuse me, how I'm going to heal. Excuse me. And when some things have hit hard and have wounded us in some places where it's really deep, listen, that's going to take some time. And you throw up the Montgomery piece, and it's like, man, from what we're hearing, it's still some trauma, period. And it's still some things that triggered some people. I don't know what triggered the men to do what they did. Like, why would you jump on an old man? Like, why? Like, really? Like, honestly, why would you jump on an old man? Ethically, that doesn't make no sense. Then we finding out this man was not a security guard. This man was actually an authoritative figure on the boat dock. He was more than a security guard, but you shouldn't still jump on people. But when you have those triggers, I'm telling you, man, I mean, that this is a prime example of how we get in situations that put us in a dire strait because of triggers. Good morning, Valina. Good morning. Valina, I'm working on my triggers this week. Have I been triggered this week? Yes. Donna, have I been triggered this week? Yes. Buzz 18, have I been triggered this week? Yes. And we get triggered all the time. We got to realize when we get put in situations where we are triggered, whoo, and it and our trauma resurfaces. Um, we got to start the healing process all over again. No, we don't. Sometimes I do, depending on how traumatic it is. And if I have not been healed from that situation or that circumstance, there comes a point and a place and a time then I have to start all over. Valina, like I have to start all over. And you know what, Valina, as bad as I hate to say this, I hate going back to square one. I really do. Like some things have transpired in all of our lives that has taken us back to square one. And when we get to back to square one, and all of us know, it's not any fun. So know your triggers, know your trauma, know when you get back to square one. Same steps you took to heal to get where you were before that trauma resurfaced, possibly and probably are the same steps you're going to have to take. Somebody put in the chat the same steps. Yeah, the same steps, the same steps. Like you're going to have to put the same steps. You're going to have to the same steps. And I wish, Valina, I could skip steps, but I don't get to skip steps. I wish I did, but I don't. I have to go through that same process. I've had some few injuries in my life. And Valina, what I've learned when you going through physical therapy, ooh, in the words of Gomer Powell, golly, physical therapy, it is no joke. When you're injured and you need to get better and people pull and tug and put you in situations where you cannot find comfort. But I've learned this, and I close. When the discomfort ends, healing can take place. When the discomfort ends, healing takes place. I'm done right there, Donna. When the discomfort ends, healing takes place. It's capricares. Know that I care, and guess what? Care